Welcome back to Fire to Fork. So, today, I'm not in my car, as you can probably tell. That's not the Delica, and it's certainly not a Prado. So, a guy named Brian has lent me his 79 series, and it was a real rush to get here. We're on Moreton Island at the moment, by the way. A huge rush to get here, and I've just went and bought the most basic ingredients I could, and I thought it's a perfect opportunity to show you literally what I consider a 2-ingredient meal, because I don't consider pepper to be an ingredient, although it is crucial to this recipe. The 2 things you have to really buy, but it's a pantry staple. Pecorino, which is a sheep's milk cheese, and pasta. So this is called Caccio e Peppe. I'm sure you'll see it in the title, but it's basically cheese and pepper. So what you do to start with is we need to roast some pepper.
Okay, as usual in this episode, somewhere in here there is a code word. Make sure you comment that code word down below for an opportunity to win my book. Might be a win for you, it might be a loss, depends if you like the book. I hope you like it though. Cheers.
Also not using any of my own gear, but thankfully Brian's got really good gear. So quite a lot of pepper in this pan. I know that the pan is black and it's very hard to see, but actually what I might do, I'll grind it into here so you can kind of see how much pepper I'm going to add. And this has to be freshly ground pepper as well. Using pre-ground will not taste the same. The taste difference between pre-ground and freshly ground is wild. This is also on a coarse setting, so even on, this is just a Coles pepper grinder. Push it up for fine, pull it down for coarse. And then for your other pepper grinders, you loosen the lid, and then the ones that I use at home, you loosen the thing on the bottom. But anyway, so probably pushing a tablespoon of pepper, and this is for 2 people for 1 meal. Yeah, so a good amount. And we are going to roast this pepper on the fire. So yeah, we'll chuck that on the heat. I've already started boiling some water because there's nothing more boring than boiling water on camera. So we're just going to put that on the heat for probably about 3 or 4 minutes. Now, ingredient number 2 is, as I said, pecorino. So some people use Parmesan, or Parmigiano, which is a better version of Parmesan. But pecorino is apparently what you're supposed to use according to Italians. Oh, this is a brand new grater. Yes, the idea of this sort of meal is you can use the pecorino on a whole bunch of different things, make a whole bunch of different pastas with it, and use it sort of as a Parmesan replacement, I guess, for on top of whatever pasta you usually like to add cheese to. But then you've got this standalone meal in this, like this. But the thing with this meal is if you just bang these ingredients into a pan, it will not work. The technique is so crucial to make it creamy and make it delicious. So I'm going to grate some of this in. Roughly that much, maybe a bit more, we'll see. And that pepper is now changing colour. You definitely don't want this to burn, but you want it to roast a bit. I think that's probably about right. Take that off the heat a little bit. Now we're going to throw the pasta in here, and we're going to cook it for 3 minutes less than it says on the packet. So the packet says 5 minutes, so we're only going to cook this for about 2.5. Now I'm using a fettuccine because you want a kind of a fatter pasta than normal, a good brand, and the fatter pasta is going to let all the creaminess kind of grab on, if that makes sense. It's just more structure to hold on to. The other thing with this, so add some salt to this water quickly. That's about a tablespoon of salt. And the important thing here, is to not put too much water in. You want it just submerged, and that's because we want this water to be super starchy. So if you put too much water in, it'll be too dilute and not starchy enough. Okay, now I'm going to get a little bit of this pasta water. It's been 2 minutes. Get some of the pasta water. I'm going to put it in here with the pepper. Ooh, that's hot. And I'm also going to get a little bit of it and put it in with the cheese. Mix some of this in there. Bit more. So we'll mix in this pasta water with the cheese. That looks about the right amount. We want this kind of creamy sauce with lots of starch in it. Maybe throw a little bit more cheese in there. There we go. Kind of a blob of starchy cheese is what we're aiming for. Bit more fire on this. And we're going to finish cooking this pasta. Now the trick here is not to get the pasta, don't drain the pasta water because we may well use some of that later. And we're going to cook this pasta for another couple of minutes in the pepper. This is looking pretty well done. Yeah, still a bit al dente, which is perfect. Mix it in with the pepper first. Get rid of that. And there's still a lot of water in here, and that's completely fine. All right, now we're going to go and mix in the cream. Thanks, Mr. Helicopter Man. It's just what I need. I don't care if there's a helicopter. I'm going to make hay. So drop all your cheese in. And now you mix it in with the pasta water. And this is what makes it creamy. Oh, you can see it combining now. It's not lumpy. Bugger off. Stupid helicopter. I think we might give this a bit of a flick. Still a bit lumpy, so I keep going with that. You want to aggravate it quite a lot. Agitate it, that's the one, not aggravate it. It's not going to get angry with you. But I'll get angry with you if you put cheese in it. I mean, put cream in this. And so will Italians. They'll get really angry, trust me. Some people do this with a bit of butter. I think it's fine, but it's not the traditional recipe. So I'm going to use the traditional recipe because it's one less ingredient and I think it's bloody delicious. Now, a bit more pepper. Perfectly okay to serve this in the same bowl that you had the cheese and pasta water in, because nothing wrong with cheese and pasta water in it. Oh, it smells so good. And gratuitous B-roll. Very subtle microphone placement on the cup.
Yeah.
All right. Beer, fork, pasta. This is Ryan, by the way. He's my friend.
Ooh. I do like me some pasta, so.
Oh yeah.
No, it's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you nailed it.
It's super simple. It's cheesy pasta with bacon, pepper. Well, bacon. Not
Stop
your
it.
worst idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no.
All right, that is a great like remote travel trip, remote travel meal, or just if you're feeling lazy. But remember, it's all about the technique, not about the ingredients. And let's go well with beer.
Absolutely. I mean, most things do generally, but
Yes, it does. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Some things go better with like a white wine, but no, this goes
you're not
well
wrong.
with beer.
Yeah.
Actually, this would go pretty well with a white wine, actually.
Yeah, 100%. Eh?
Or a red, either one. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Oh, remember, comment the code word down below.
I mean, I'd talk more, but I'm hungry. All I want to do is eat.
I just swallowed a big bit of pepper. Don't recommend. Do you want a bowl or are you happy with the pan?
The pan is kind of a bowl, so.
Yeah, cool.